Hello class, today we're looking at chapter 3-1, graphing and writing inequalities. So when you use an expression such as least or at most, you're talking about an inequality. You can use inequalities to represent situations that involve minimum or maximum amounts. Let's go ahead and write some out. So we are talking about greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or not equal. These are all inequalities. Please go ahead and write that down. A solution of an inequality is any value that makes the inequality true. So let's write that down. So for example, 6, 8, and 15, 6, 8, and 15 are solutions of x is greater than or equal to 6. Because if you plug any of these numbers in to the x at separate times, so 6 is greater than or less or equal to 6, yes, that's true. 8 is greater than or equal to 6, true. And 15 is greater than or equal to 6, also true. So let's look at this next one. Find whether each number is a solution of x is less than or equal to 2. So if we put -3 in here, -3 is smaller than 2. That's true. 0. 0 is smaller than 2. That's true. 2. 2 is equal to 2, and it has the line underneath the inequality. So, yep, that's true also. And our last one, 4.5. Uh-oh. 4.5 is not less than 2. Okay, sorry I added an extra one there. Go ahead and try this one on your own. So if you got -2 and 1.4, you are correct. -8 was not a solution because -8 is smaller than -3. So now we're going to talk about graphing inequalities. So when you graph an inequality, there are two different ways that you want to make the dot as to where the answer lies. If either of them just have a greater than or less than, it is a open circle. If it is greater than or equal to, oh sorry, I should do that the same way, or equal to, either way, if it has that line below it saying that it's equal to, then it's going to be a closed circle. So let's look at this. Graph the solution of each inequality. So if we're going to graph this, this is saying -3. We look, it does have the line under it, so it's going to be a closed circle. So we look at -3 and we make a closed circle, and n is greater than -3. That's how you graph it. H is less than 7. This does not have a line under it, so it's going to be an open circle, and it's less than 7. So therefore it's going to go this direction. There you go. Okay. So sometimes you'll have to draw your own number chart. Try this one on your own. Graph the solution of the inequality W is less than 3. Okay, so you should have an open circle on the number 3 and then the arrow pointing less than, so to your left. So writing inequalities, you may look at a graph and have to write the inequality. So this time we are saying that x, you can use any variable that you'd like, is greater than, but it does not say equal to because it's an open circle, greater than 2. This one, we are going to do 4 is greater than x. Or you could say x is less than 4. They're just switched around. Okay, so let's look at some real-world application. So to be labeled sugar-free, a food product must contain less than 0.5 grams of sugar per serving. Write an inequality to describe this requirement. So we're looking at the amount of sugar is less than 0.5 grams of sugar. So let's do the amount of sugar is S is less than 0.5. That is our inequality. Okay? You try this one. Write an inequality for, to qualify for the race, your time can be at most 62 seconds. So looking at time at most 62 seconds, you should have come up with t is less than or equal to 62. Okay, if you remember back, what are these called? Inequalities. Perfect. Your homework for tonight is page 102, number 5 through 23 odd. Happy homeworking!